Hey guys, welcome to part 7 of What If Yuji Itadori Had the Rinnegan. Last time we left off after Yuji sealing 11 fingers of Sukuna and promising to the two girls that he will kill the man inhabiting Ghetto's body. However, he is suddenly jumped simultaneously by the reanimated Toji, Mahito, Manami Suda, Toshi Izanagi and Kenjaku. With everyone caught up, let's begin. Yuji would use a powerful almighty push to repel all the attackers to create some distance, allowing him to formulate a plan. Due to being forced to fight a large group of opponents, Yuji decides that the best course of action would be to split the combatants up, summoning multiple Shikagemis to distract the others while he engages with Toji, who he recognizes from a story that Gojo told him about while they were training together. Knowing Toji is a close combat fighter and a weapons master, Yuji tries to maintain a long distance from his opponent. However, Toji's speed is overwhelming, so Yuji switches to close combat using his Rinnegan to create a 3-sectioned staff out of cursed chains and rods, looking like the Maki's playful cloud, with the ability to transmit cursed energy into the target's body, disrupting their own cursed energy and throwing off their movements. The staff allows Yuji to keep a safe distance from Toji's close-range onslaught. Its 3-section design offers flexibility, allowing Yuji to strike with speed and precision while keeping Toji at bay. The battle takes on a new dynamic as Yuji and Toji engage in combat with the staff. Yuji's martial arts expertise combines seamlessly with his weapon, enabling a series of rapid strikes, blocks, and fluid movements. Toji, a master of cursed tools, recognizes the staff's significance and seizes the opportunity to steal it during a moment of exchange. Usually due to the weapon's ability to transmit cursed energy, the tool would be useless to someone with cursed energy. However, due to Toji's heavenly restricted body, he is unaffected. The stolen staff adds complexity to the fight as Toji wields it with lethal efficiency. The battle becomes a dance of staff and fists, with each fighter showcasing their martial prowess. Yuji aims to regain the staff while also adapting to a weaponless situation when needed. As Toji wields the staff, he displays his incredible combat adaptability, turning Yuji's weapon against him. The staff exchanges hands multiple times during the intense battle. Yuji's Rinnegan remains a critical component of the fight, offering him defensive capabilities through cursed reflection. It allows him to block Toji's physical attacks, creating moments of opportunity for countering. Knowing how Toji died in the past, Yuji replicates it, flying over the 3-staged staff, weaving between attacks, then releasing a chaotic vortex, which severs Toji below the head, finishing him off, allowing him to return to the afterlife. With Toji out the way, Yuji decides to finish the 2 weaker sorcerers who he didn't recognize. However, his Shikagemis were strong enough to finish the job, so all that is left is Kenjaku and Mahito. Yuji, fueled by his determination and his strong feelings towards Mahito for the transfigured humans he has created, focuses on punishing Mahito. He recognizes that his human path won't work on Mahito due to the cursed technique Mahito possesses, forcing Yuji to fight him normally. The battle intensifies as each opponent uses their unique techniques and abilities. Yuji showcases his Rinnegan's defensive capabilities, absorbing and repelling attacks, but he also utilizes his enhanced physical prowess to engage in hand-to-hand combat with his adversaries. Having just finished his herd of Shikagemis, Kenjaku sits down and watches Yuji as he demolishes Mahito, with minimal effort. No matter what attacks Mahito attempts against Yuji, he was unable to land any significant damage as Yuji is just that much more superior. Mahito would even utilize his domain expansion, however Yuji saw it coming and activated domain amplification to nullify Mahito's surefire hit, preventing his soul from being touched and then punching Mahito in the chest, making him spit out blood and release his domain expansion, realizing it was a waste of cursed energy. Eventually, as the one-sided fight continued, Mahito would manage to land a black flash on Yuji, and with the clarity and understanding of cursed energy from using the technique, Mahito finally understands the shape of his soul, assuming his true form. Despite the significant boost in power, Yuji still managed to body Mahito, making sure to pummel him for all the lives he had taken. Just before Yuji could finish Mahito, Kenjaku intervened and blocked the attack. Yuji thought Kenjaku was going to help fight together with Mahito, however Kenjaku instead used Geto's cursed technique to absorb Mahito, using idol transformation to revive multiple sorcerers from previous eras, in bodies he had prepared. Unaware of the incarnated sorcerers rapidly approaching his location, Yuji would continue to fight Kenjaku, forcing him onto the back foot. Having just used up a lot of cursed energy to enact his plan. During their Taijutsu exchange, Yuji would eventually manage to place his hand on Kenjaku's chest, attempting to use his path to tear out his soul. However, it didn't work as the vessel had no soul of his own and was just an empty husk forced to continue fighting due to Kenjaku's cursed technique. Shocked by this, Yuji twists his body, kicking Kenjaku in the side. Yuji would then go on the offensive, using his visual prowess to analyze Kenjaku's body language and physical appearance, coming to the conclusion that the body is just a puppet, and if he wants to win, he will have to destroy the parasite controlling it from the inside. Realizing he wasn't going to win if he doesn't go use his full power, Kenjaku utilizes the cursed techniques of his past bodies, most notably gravity system and cursed blood manipulation. Recognizing the blood-based technique from Choso, Yuji would manage to counter the technique and after a little adapting managed to also adapt to Kenjaku's gravity manipulation and sneaky tricks, forcing Kenjaku to use most of the curses in his arsenal in a maximum Uzumaki, firing it. Realizing that if this hits, he won't be able to escape unscathed, so Yuji uses his puts out his hands, attempting to absorb the attack and refuel his lost cursed energy. However, the attack was too much to absorb all at once, so Yuji is forced to switch to using an almighty push to disperse the energy. However, used the dust and debris scattered in the air as cover, escaping into the shadows, just as the Heian era sorcerers arrived. Seeing Yuji, the sorcerers initially believe they are looking at Sukuna due to his strong resemblance to the King of Curses, especially while using the Asura path to create an extra set of hands to fend off the new sorcerers, and after feeling the immense power emanating from him, Yuji is then attacked by Iori Hazanoki and Registar. However, he easily dispatched of them despite their unique cursed techniques. Yuji then focused his attention on Tudruv Lakdawala, who had just summoned his Shikigami, deciding to also summon his own Shikigami, having them fight each other. While he was engaged by Angel, who believed he was Sukuna, Angel managed to put up a good fight, managing to defend against most of Yuji's attacks with her cursed technique nullification. However, eventually stopped fighting after realizing that Yuji was not Sukuna of his vessel and just had a similar appearance, instead deciding to join him. However, Yuji told her to stand back while he fights, as he doesn't want her to get hurt for him if he can help it. Meanwhile, Yuji's Shikigami managed to overpower Druv Lakdawala, killing him. Yuji was then left with the 4 strongest combatants and asked who is next. Angry that Yuji had stolen Sukuna's appearance, Yorozu would attack Yuji, demanding to know where Sukuna was so she could marry him. After finding out Yuji had sealed her beloved Sukuna, Yorozu fell into a fit of rage, indiscriminately using her full power against Yuji, creating multiple items such as bug armor to protect herself, liquid metal, then forming it into a perfect sphere called True Sphere, having no contact area and generating infinite pressure as a result, making it untouchable, then activating her domain, Threefold Affliction. Despite not wanting to hurt Yorozu due to her inhabiting Megumi's sister's body, Yuji is forced to use his own domain expansion. Rinnegan abyss to instantly cancel the attack and overtake her domain, pulling out her soul and then putting Zumaiki for Shigeru to sleep. Closing his domain and summoning the drill beak bird Shikigami to carry her to safety, asking Angel to go with it to make sure it arrives safely. While Yuji is burnt out from using his domain and subsequently unable to use his cursed technique, he is attacked by Kenjaku once again alongside Takadu, Ryu and Kashimo. Being unable to use his cursed technique, Yuji is forced to rely on his kinetic visual prowess to predict attacks and counter, physically managing to dodge all of Ryu's cursed energy hair cannon. Getting in close, exchanging blows, however it was clear that Yuji was faster and physically stronger, knocking out Ryu with a black flash to the chest. Yuji is then pressed by Kashimo overwhelming speed and is hit with a multitude of attacks which while he could follow, without his Rinnegan boosting his stats. Yuji is unable to completely dodge and could only redirect the attack to limit the damage. Having marked Yuji, Kashimo releases the built-up potential difference towards Yuji, at such a speed that it is a sure hit without a domain. Unable to dodge it, Yuji believes it is the end, however manages to use Gojo's teachings to use reverse curse technique to heal his brain, ending his burnout. Using Rinnegan Reflect to send the attack back at Kashimo, forcing him to use his ultimate technique Mythical Beast Amber. Reconstructing his flesh in order to manifest electrical phenomena that he converts from cursed energy. With this, Kashimo's speed drastically increases and he can now make use of all electrical phenomena. Using electric fields and electromagnetic waves to create a field of electrical currents and by attuning the objects in the area's natural frequencies, Kashimo sticks out his hand, closing it, completely vaporizing the ground where Yuji was standing before dodging, having seen the magnetic interference with his eyes. Kashimo would then continue to exchange blows with Yuji, getting close, then releasing a massive sound wave which could have severely damaged Yuji if he wasn't careful. Like a ravenous force of nature, Yuji's every movement seemed an orchestrated dance of precision and power. The battlefield echoed with the thunderous clash of his blows, a symphony of destruction that left his adversaries in awe and terror. His relentless assault continued, a cascade of strikes and maneuvers that showcased not only his physical prowess but the indomitable spirit burning within him. Wanting to end the fight, Yuji tells Kashimo that he is strong, slamming his hand onto the ground, then summoning the Jidomazo which towered above them all, whacking away all of Kashimo's electric-based attacks with no damage. The Jidomazo then shot a cursed energy transmitting rod into Yuji's back, absorbing a large portion of Yuji's cursed energy out, then emanating a purple glowing light from its mouth before multiple intangible dragons made of cursed energy shot out, removing the soul of all the reborn sorcerers on the ground and even Takako and Kenjaku's. Kashimo attempted to dodge it with his immense speed, however he is not fast enough and is surrounded and engulfed, dying for a second time. The battlefield fell into an eerie silence as Yuji, having summoned the Jidomazo to absorb the souls of the Heian era sorcerers, found himself overwhelmed by the flood of memories that accompanied the act. The weight of centuries pressed down on him, and the twisted tale of Kenjaku's ambitions unfolded before his eyes like a nightmarish tapestry. As the Jidomazo completed its task, Yuji dropped to his knees, his chest heaving with the weight of the revelations he had just witnessed. The memories of Kenjaku, the true nature of his plans, and even the unsettling details of Yuji's own conception and birth played like a haunting melody in his mind. The shock left him drained, heartbroken, and confused. Amidst the turmoil, a sudden movement caught Yuji's attention. Sukuna's soul, seizing the opportunity during Yuji's vulnerable moment, broke free from the King of Hell. Swift as a shadow, Sukuna found a new vessel, the nearest body, which happened to be the fallen form of Suguru Geto, now housing Kenjaku's twisted consciousness. In an instant, Sukuna tore off his monk robe, revealing the grotesque tattoos that adorned his muscular form. the atmosphere shifted, heavy with the ominous presence of the King of Curses. With a malevolent grin, Sukuna devoured 4 out of the 5 remaining fingers that Kenjaku had on his body. As the cursed energy surged within Sukuna, the air crackled with an unsettling tension. The battlefield, once marked by the clash of sorceries and the echoes of Yuji's grief, now faced a new and unpredictable threat. Sukuna, now in control of Kenjaku's body, stood as a formidable force, and the true extent of his power was about to unfold. The stage was set for a chaotic turn of events, and Yuji, still reeling from the revelations, now faced not only the consequences of his actions but the resurgence of Sukuna in a form more menacing than ever before. The battle was far from over, and the fate of the Jutsu sorcerer world hung in the balance. Okay guys, this is where I am going to end this part. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment below any video suggestions, and subscribe with the notification bell enabled. Without further ado, this is Demonic Saiyan saying bye.